Example 2, add or subtract, write your answer in standard form. Now, before we add or subtract, let's have a little conversation about standard form. Standard form when you're dealing with imaginaries is A plus B I. That is standard form, meaning the real part must be written first, and the imaginary part must be written second. If you accidentally flip it, that's not in standard form, and you just need to flip it so that the real is first and the imaginary is second. Now, when you're adding with imaginary numbers, we have parentheses. My first question would be, are the parentheses necessary? And in this case, not really, because there's like a positive 1 here. And if I distribute a positive 1, nothing's going to change. So we're going to have 8 minus I plus 5 plus 4I. At this point, we're going to combine like terms. So I have a negative I, and I have a 4I, which is going to make 3I. Then I have an 8, and I have a 5, which is 13. So you kind of treat the I as you would an X or any other variable when you combine like terms. Then I'm going to look at 3I plus 13. 13 is the real portion, 3I is the imaginary portion, and the real part has to go first. So I'm going to put my 13, then my positive 3I, and that's addition. Letter C, 7 minus 6I minus 3 plus 6I. In this case, I have a negative. So if I think of a negative one and I distribute, the negative times the positive is going to make this a negative 3. The negative times the positive is going to make this a negative 6I. So this time be careful, because with subtraction, it switches the signs. Up here, 7 minus 6I remains the same. Then I'm going to combine like terms. So I have a 7, I have a negative 3, that's 4. I have a negative 6I, I have a negative 6I, that's a negative 12I. And then standard form, the real part has to go first, which it is. So we're done. Letter B, 13 minus 2 plus 7I plus 5I. First thing I'm going to try to do is to get rid of these parentheses. So I have a negative, so I'm going to distribute it. Negative 2 minus 7I. It flips the signs. I'm going to bring down the plus 5I. I'm going to bring down the 13. I'm then going to combine like terms. So 13 minus 2 is 11. And then negative 7I plus 5I is negative 2I. And then I'm going to check for standard form. The real number must be written first. The imaginary number must be written second, which it is. So we're done.